Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Crazy Tech Reviews. And in today's episode of Crazy Tech Reviews, we're going to be going over probably one of Steve Jobs' most famous creations, and that would be iMac G3 from 1997. Now, to be specific, the model I have did not exactly come out in 1997. It came out in probably around 2001. It was one of the last revisions, but I still have one, so I'm still gonna review it. And whoops, my whole table just kind of tipped forward. Weighted this thing on it. But anyway, let's get right into it. This is the later revision iMac G3. Is the fact that it has a slot loading optical or CD-ROM drive. It was originally a tray loading drive on the original machines. Also, this machine has a audio in and headphone jack. I'm guessing this can also serve as a microphone jack. It also has two speakers, and these speakers are really good speakers, I have to say. I've never ever had the urge to set up external speakers for this machine. Also, let me flip it to the side. The iMac G3 I have does not have FireWire on it. I'm just going to mention that ahead of time. However, it does have a microphone port and a audio port here. It has a modem port, an Ethernet port, and two USB ports, as well as some random buttons on there I'm not going to mess with because I don't have any idea what they do. One could be a factory reset, and I certainly don't want to reinstall macOS on this thing for probably the second time now. And on the back, this machine does not require a power supply. It has a built-in one. It just uses the standard 3-pin power connector, and it is recessed, so oh my god, so you cannot use these little cables. They're shaped like this because they will not fit in the machine. So basically, I mean, the only real times I use this cable in my life is to extend an existing cable, but this was originally intended to be a power or a monitor power cord that was hooked into the machine. So, also, unlike the earlier revisions, the only venting on the whole machine, I believe, has been moved to around the handle. I believe this machine contains no fans, but I'm not quite sure. But I believe Steve Jobs mentioned it has no fans. Alright, so with that said, it's time to turn it on. The system is running macOS 9.2. Which I believe is the original system it came with. Got a Happy Mac. Now, I will mention, if you are trying to get into Macs in specific, I would certainly recommend this machine any day over, like, one of the compact Macs, because the compact Macs are a lot harder to get working. However, the compact Macs look really cool on your shelves, so there's one benefit of those machines. But if you ever do get one of those compact Macs working, oh boy, it'd be the coolest thing ever. And I actually just got mine working, but I still need to get a boot disk that works, because I jacked up the boot disk while testing the floppy drive, so I guess I'll have to get a new boot disk. But anyway, we'll let it finish starting up. It actually starts up pretty quickly. Oh, and also, if you notice the little lines that are going across the screen, those are not shown in person because The only reason those show on camera are because the refresh rate with the CRT and the camera do not match. So you end up not seeing a full image. But as you can tell, it's definitely a macOS 9 machine. Now I will mention, if you want one of these machines to browse the internet, you're screwed, because the internet system didn't work like it does now back then, so you won't be able to set up your network. And that's the problem with a lot of these older computers, even Windows ones in specific. So you're kind of screwed in that. But for playing games, I mean, these machines play games very well. I mean, if we go into the games folder I created here, I've installed Prince of Persia and Doom. And I'm just going to go load this up. Okay, I'm going to turn the sound off real quick so I don't get striked for copyright by Doom, because I don't want that to happen. I don't need any copyright issues with a huge game. But anyway, as you can tell, it's the real Doom, and it plays fairly well on this machine. Of course, the resolution isn't very good, but it plays pretty well. I mean, here's how it plays. This is Doom 2, by the way. The controls are a little dumb, I have to say. I mean, they don't fit with the most common control scheme out there, the WASD and left mouse button for fire, or space at least. But of course, this game was designed way before keyboards or mice even probably were common. This was designed for like DOS machines mainly. Okay. But yeah, so there's a game on the Mac. I haven't quite figured out how to play Prince of Persia yet, but I hopefully soon will. But anyway, that's that. Also, Sherlock, I guess, kind of works the file exploring part of it, because obviously internet doesn't work on this. So, like if I typed in, games, for example, should give me, let's type in Doom. There, see. So that part of Sherlock works, but all the other internet related deals do not. So that's about all you can get out of that. So, what do I think of the iMac keyboard? Well, I have to say, for being my first machine I've ever had in my collection, this is probably one of the more usable and easier to collect machines. And so I recommend those of you, if you're not really into like retro technology, I suggest you pick up an iMac G3, because these machines can play some classic games, and they can do a lot of cool things, especially on macOS 9. So I suggest you go pick one up. They probably don't run for too much, as I had somebody let me know in the comments section yesterday in yesterday's video. He said they don't run for as much. I thought they ran for like a lot of money, but apparently I was wrong. So I suggest you go pick one of these up and see what you can do with it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Crazy Tech Reviews, and I will see you all next time.